Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Heinz Gaming coming at you with another Battlefield 3 live commentary. And in this commentary, I'm going to go a little more in-depth, like you guys asked, about jets. Some do's, don'ts, the down low, so to speak, on my specializations. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this because you guys have been asking a lot about it. So before I start though, I just want to say that I did say I had a surprise for you guys. I still am working on that surprise, and I'm going to use DICE's trademark here, but I will have it out soon. But I don't know, definitely within the week, but I can't give you a time frame any more precise than that. But you guys will enjoy it. I promise you it is worth the wait 100%. It's going to be sick. So, that's that. Let's go ahead and get into the analysis of my specializations. I would term myself as an aggressive anti-air pilot, meaning I don't really worry about ground targets. I worry about aerial superiority and just kind of dominating the skies, so to speak. That's kind of my role as a jet. As you can see here, I'm kind of just circling, looking for something to fight, pretty much, that's in the air. So basically, the specializations that best suit me in that respect are stealth, IR flares, and heat seekers. And I get a lot of questions about these, so I'm just going to go over them all three individually. I use stealth because I don't need air radar. I know I kind of sound like an asshole in that position saying that, but I don't need it. I can pick up a jet just fine without having it flash on my minimap. So it's almost a wasted specialization in my mind, air radar. So I use stealth, and as you can see, it gives me enough time to get away from that Stinger missile lock on. So he failed to lock on there because I had stealth. Just increased survivability. IR flares, same thing. Even if he did shoot that at me, I'd still have flares to take care of it, and I like that kind of backup. I don't like trusting extinguisher because it's not always up. Flares have a pretty short cooldown, and I can pretty much guarantee that my flares are going to be up as long as I'm not being retarded with where I fly. So that's why I use flares over extinguisher. I use heat seekers over guided missiles and rocket pods because rocket pods you have to slow way down to actually hit your target, and that makes you incredibly vulnerable. And guided missiles suck dick. That's about all I can say for guided missiles at the moment. Half the time they miss their target, and when they hit, they only do like 40% damage. So I mean, it's almost embarrassing how weak those are. Although I have not used them in conjunction with a one of those laser designators, so I don't know how they work like that. But when it's just me flying lone wolf, fuck it, those things are gay. So heat seekers it is. I don't use it in jet to jet because a good jet pilot's always going to have his flares up, so they're worthless in that. But with helicopters, sometimes helicopters don't have flares, and it's an easy 2 to 4 kills depending on how many people are in the chopper. So that's why I use heat seekers. So that's kind of my in-depth analysis of my specializations for my jet, and you know, once again it's all personal preference. I only use that because it best complements me, the aggressive anti-air fighter. And if you were, you know, primarily wanted to focus on anti-ground with your jets, then you'd have a completely different loadout. But I can go into that later. But for right now, this is going to be kind of my play style. If you want to be good at anti-air, kind of own the skies kind of stuff, this is the video that you guys want to watch. So, getting to some do's and don'ts. One thing you don't want to do is release your flares early, like I just did there. You're gonna notice that when you have flares on you, or sorry, when you have stingers on you, it's gonna have that really kind of continuous beep, and then when the missile is actually launched, you're gonna hear that really fast beep, 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 beep. That's when you release your flares. Not before, and not too long after. Otherwise, the missile's gonna catch up and kill you. But don't release before, like I did right there. It's a bad idea. Another don't would be don't fly in a straight line for any reason. Whether you're strafing a chopper, that's why I use heat seekers and don't strafe choppers, because I have to fly in a straight line. Also, just flying in a straight line makes you so much more vulnerable. It's so easy for a jet to come up on your 6 and just absolutely fuck you in the ass because you weren't paying attention. And trust me, if I come up on you and you're flying in a straight line, you are dead. 100% dead. Like there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, this guy is probably going to die as well, if I can go into my cockpit mode here. So yeah, don't fly in a straight line. Also, don't go into cockpit mode too soon. And I didn't really go over this that well in my other video. And as you notice, in most of this video, I'm flying outside of my cockpit. The only time I go into my cockpit mode is when I'm 100% sure that I am behind the enemy jet and I can stay with him in the cockpit. And that, see, watch this. I'm not in the cockpit. I'm not in the cockpit. Now I'm fairly confident right here. Maybe not now. Now I'm fairly confident I can keep up with this guy in the cockpit, so I switch over to cockpit and take him down. If I could aim correctly. Even seasoned pros like me, guys, have some trouble aiming sometimes. Anyway, there we go. He's dead. So just be sure to switch into your cockpit mode when you're 100% sure that you can follow your target. That's another thing, because I see a lot of people that I watch play. In fact, at a LAN last night, I was with some of my buddies, and they were trying to fly the jets, and they would jump into cockpit mode too soon and actually lose, you know, the enemy jet they were trying to chase. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. Now, a definite do is to keep calm when you're getting chased by an enemy jet. And what I mean is you hear your tone for getting locked on by heat seekers, or you see tracer rounds flying past your jet. Stay calm and do something unpredictable. Don't just fly around in circles. Fly next to the ground and fucking do some corkscrews or some shit. Do some weird ass S-turns, or maybe a loop, or just do something unpredictable, something that's not just doing this, something that's not just flying around in a circle, because that will get you killed if you don't turn well enough. And I mean, in my opinion, I'd be safe just turning around in a circle because I can turn pretty well, but novices probably can't turn that well and will easily get killed. See here, this guy's using rocket pods and is easy to take down even if he didn't bail out there. So anyway, guys, this video is about to be over, and that is just kind of my basic do's and don'ts, mostly some don'ts, and if you follow those, if you kind of, you know, take that shit out of your gameplay style that I said don't do, it will make you a better pilot in the long run. But the number one thing I can recommend is just practice. That will make you so much better at flying the jets. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's all I have for you guys today. Now, if you want to see more, if you want to see, just tell me what you want to see me do, what to teach you, etc., whatever, in my comments. I'd really appreciate it. So anyway, this is Heinz Gaming signing off.